Yellowstone 6666 is not just another spin-off, it's the ultimate showdown waiting to erupt in the heart of Montana. The ranch is bigger, the stakes are higher, and every decision could ignite a firestorm that changes everything. Rivalries are intensifying, alliances are being tested, and one wrong move could cost someone more than just land. It could cost lives. The teaser might be short, but it screams tension, betrayal, and a world where power isn't given. It's taken. And if you thought Yellowstone's Dutton drama was intense, get ready, 6666 is about to push it to the edge. The 6666 Ranch, known as the crown jewel of the Texas Panhandle, is more than land. It's a legacy built on sweat, skill, and ruthless survival. In Yellowstone 6666, we see the ranch entering a new era, one where tradition clashes with ambition and loyalty is no longer guaranteed. The moment the teaser drops, you can feel the tension in the air. Horses gallop across the plains, dust rising like silent warnings of conflict. Every corner of the ranch holds stories of triumph, betrayal, and survival. The Dutton shadow may loom from Montana, but here, the rules are different, and the players are ready to fight for their ground. Jimmy, the heart of this world, has grown in ways we never imagined. His journey from a clumsy, hopeful ranch hand to a man capable of making life-altering decisions is central to the story. In Yellowstone 6666, Jimmy isn't just surviving, he's commanding. His knowledge of horses, his understanding of land, and his instinct for conflict make him more than a character. We see a man shaped by adversity, someone who now carries the weight of the ranch on his shoulders. But power invites challenge. Rival ranches, envious of 6666's reputation, are circling, each waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Every interaction at the ranch carries unspoken tension. Even the most loyal workers glance over their shoulders, wary of both outside threats and the secrets simmering within the ranch itself. Emily, Jimmy's anchor, is no longer just a partner in love. She's a force of her own. Her insight into the ranch's workings, coupled with her sharp intellect, makes her indispensable. Yet, the teaser hints at challenges that could test not only their relationship, but also the very foundation of 6666. Could ambition and love coexist in a world where one misstep could destroy everything? The tension is palpable. Their moments of tenderness are fleeting because danger is always close. And in a place where loyalty is earned through action, even the smallest miscalculation can have deadly consequences. Meanwhile, rival forces are emerging with alarming speed. The teaser hints at figures who are not just threats, they are forces of nature. Men and women who are as cunning as they are ruthless, each with their own designs on 6666. When you look at the horizon in this teaser, you can almost feel their eyes. They know the ranch's power, and they will stop at nothing to claim it. Secrets, whispers of betrayal, and old rivalries lurk in every shadow. Alliances that seem unbreakable can shatter in an instant, and every decision Jimmy makes could ignite battles that have been brewing for decades. But it's not just about external threats. Internal conflicts are equally gripping. Tensions between the ranch hands, questions of leadership, and hidden resentments simmer beneath the surface. Who can Jimmy trust? Who will stand by him when the inevitable storms hit? The teaser subtly hints at cracks forming in the seemingly solid foundation of the ranch. Characters we thought were loyal may reveal motives that shock even the most devoted fans. Yellowstone 6666 thrives on unpredictability, and this is just the beginning. The land itself is a character in this story. Vast plains, treacherous river crossings, and sprawling ranchlands create a backdrop where survival is as much about understanding the terrain as it is about understanding people. Every decision, from where to move cattle to how to handle rivalries, carries weight. The ranch is not forgiving, and in Yellowstone 6666, mistakes echo through the generations. The teaser shows glimpses of breathtaking landscapes, but every beautiful shot is underscored by danger. The wild is not just scenic, it's deadly. Characters like Teter and Travis, whose lives are intertwined with the 6666 legacy, add layers of drama and suspense. Teter's past, filled with tragedy and loss, shapes her into a resilient and formidable presence at the ranch. Travis, a figure of authority and experience, brings gravitas to the story, balancing the younger, impulsive forces with strategic foresight. Their interactions, whether cooperative or confrontational, are rich with subtext. Every word, glance, or action carries the potential for tension, making the viewer question motives and anticipate conflict. As the teaser hints, Yellowstone 6666 isn't just a story about ranching, it's a story about legacy, power, and survival in a world where the lines between friend and foe are constantly shifting. The ranch is a living organism, and the characters are constantly adapting, strategizing, and testing each other. The suspense builds not only from the visible threats, but from the unseen ones. The rumors, the whispered deals, the unknown adversaries plotting behind closed doors. Every moment on 6666 is charged with anticipation, making the audience acutely aware that in this world, nothing is simple and nothing is permanent. As the dust settles over the sprawling 6666 ranch, the reality of power becomes impossible to ignore. Yellowstone 6666 is not just a story about land and horses, it's about influence, survival, and dominance. From the very first moments, the teaser makes it clear. Rival forces are circling, and each has a score to settle. In this section, the true complexity of the world begins to reveal itself. The 6666 Ranch, once a symbol of legacy and stability, is now a battlefield of ambition and cunning. At the heart of this turmoil is Jimmy, who has grown into a figure of authority, but is still tested by forces beyond his control. His skill with horses, his tactical mind, and his leadership are all necessary to navigate this new landscape, yet the challenges keep coming. Rival ranch owners, each with a personal vendetta or strategic goal, are testing boundaries. Their arrival is subtle, at first only whispers across barbed wire fences and fleeting glances across the plains. But these moments build tension because everyone knows that in the world of Yellowstone 6666, even the smallest provocation can escalate into full-scale conflict. One of the teaser's most striking hints is the presence of a new, formidable antagonist. This is not a villain who merely wants land. He seeks to rewrite the hierarchy of power entirely. Charismatic and ruthless, he embodies the perfect storm of intelligence and aggression. His influence extends beyond direct confrontation. His manipulations infiltrate the ranch itself. We see hints of secret meetings, silent warnings, and subtle provocations that suggest he has a plan far bigger than a simple territorial dispute. For Jimmy and his allies, this means constant vigilance. Every move must be calculated, and trust is a rare commodity. Teter's role becomes even more compelling in this new climate. Once defined by loss and heartbreak, she emerges as a strategic player whose intuition and emotional resilience make her indispensable. She navigates the dynamics between rival ranch hands with finesse, earning respect while subtly asserting authority. But Teter is also human. The scars of her past continue to shape her choices, and the teaser hints at personal struggles that threaten to compromise her position. Her journey in Yellowstone 6666 will not only involve physical challenges, but emotional trials, forcing her to confront fear, grief, and the possibility of betrayal from unexpected sources. Travis, the ranch's cornerstone, represents the stabilizing force in a world teetering on chaos. His experience, knowledge of the land, and tactical insight are crucial as the 6666 legacy faces threats on multiple fronts. The teaser emphasizes Travis's strategic mind. Every decision he makes carries consequences, not just for the ranch, but for every person who calls it home. He is the calm before the storm, the measured force ensuring that the chaos of rivalries does not spiral entirely out of control. Yet even he cannot predict every twist, and the teaser hints at moments where his judgment will be tested to the extreme. Meanwhile, subtle alliances begin to form and fracture under pressure. Some ranch hands, loyal for years, start questioning their positions as they witness the rising tension and high stakes. The teaser captures fleeting expressions of doubt and uncertainty, silent conversations, tense stares, and unspoken conflicts. Yellowstone 6666 thrives on these microdramas, showing that the fight for survival is as psychological as it is physical. A betrayal, even by someone trusted, could tip the balance in ways that will shock both characters and audience alike. The land itself amplifies these conflicts. Harsh weather, unpredictable terrain, and the inherent dangers of ranch life mean that every confrontation is layered with real stakes. A horse bolting, a river flooding, or a fence being sabotaged can escalate tension instantly. The teaser brilliantly captures this, showing that in Yellowstone 6666, the environment is not just a backdrop, it is an active participant in the drama. Characters must read the land as much as they read each other, and survival depends on mastery of both. Love and loyalty are tested alongside ambition. Jimmy and Emily, though deeply bonded, face pressures that could strain even the strongest relationships. Rival interests, unexpected visitors, and the relentless challenges of ranch life threaten to pull them in different directions. Their connection is a beacon of hope, but the teaser suggests that even love is not immune to the stakes of power, strategy, and survival. Every personal decision carries repercussions that ripple across the ranch, affecting alliances, rivalries, and ultimately, the future of 6666. And then there's the shadow of the past. Long-standing grudges, unresolved conflicts, and lingering secrets from both 6666 and the wider Yellowstone universe begin to surface. The teaser drops hints of past betrayals influencing present actions, showing that history here is never truly buried. Characters are forced to confront what they thought was behind them, creating suspenseful tension that underpins every scene. This interplay of past and present ensures that every encounter, every glance, and every word carries weight beyond the immediate moment. The teaser's suspense is heightened by the introduction of new faces, outsiders whose motives remain mysterious. These characters may ally with the ranch or exploit its vulnerabilities. Their arrival is always calculated, their presence magnetic yet threatening. Yellowstone 666. 6 is masterful at balancing the known and the unknown, showing that danger is never just external. It often comes from where least expected. The audience is left guessing, always on edge, as they anticipate the next maneuver in this high-stakes game of loyalty, survival, and power. By the end of Section 2, the tension has escalated dramatically. Rivalries are no longer mere rumors. They are active threats. Characters are tested, both individually and collectively, and the teaser foreshadows explosive confrontations that promise to reshape the 6666 ranch forever. The stage is set for dramatic showdowns, unexpected betrayals, and moments of triumph that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Yellowstone 6666 is not just about land and livestock. It's about survival in its most intense, human, and suspenseful form. By the time Yellowstone 6666 fully unfolds, it becomes clear that the true danger isn't only from the open rivalries, but from what hides beneath the surface. The ranch is alive with whispers, alliances that seem solid but are fragile, promises that carry weight but can be broken in a heartbeat. The teaser hints at this subtle tension with fleeting shots of characters exchanging meaningful glances, hands brushing over fences, and conversations that end abruptly as though secrets are too heavy to speak aloud. Every smile could conceal ambition, every nod could hide betrayal, and in Yellowstone 6666, the audience quickly learns that trust is a currency far rarer than money or land. Jimmy's journey takes center stage again. And here, the teaser emphasizes the weight of responsibility he now bears. With the ranch facing external threats and internal tensions, his decisions become pivotal. Every action, from assigning ranch hands to leading cattle drives, carries consequences. Jimmy's ability to read people and anticipate danger is tested constantly. The teaser hints at moments where he must confront not only rival ranchers, but also those closest to him who may be influenced or even manipulated by outside forces. This growing complexity of his role shows the evolution of Jimmy from a skilled ranch hand to a strategic, almost tactical leader, forced to navigate a labyrinth of hidden agendas, loyalties, and manipulations. Emily's arc is equally compelling. In Yellowstone 6666, she emerges as more than a supportive partner. She becomes a player in her own right. The teaser suggests she will face situations requiring tough decisions, balancing personal loyalty with the greater good of the ranch. Her interactions with Jimmy reveal both unity and tension, highlighting that even the strongest bonds are tested when stakes are this high. The audience is left wondering, can love survive in a world where every choice carries potential catastrophe? Emily's intelligence, intuition, and resolve make her indispensable in this high-stakes environment. Her presence challenges Jimmy to not only lead, but also to protect the relationships that are foundational to the ranch's future. Rival forces begin to make their first decisive moves in this section. The antagonist introduced earlier is now actively engaging with the 6666 ranch, employing strategy and subtle psychological warfare. The teaser hints at secret meetings under the cover of night, carefully planted rumors, and calculated provocations designed to fracture unity and exploit weaknesses. This is where Yellowstone 6666 introduces its first true suspenseful confrontations, moments where tension is almost unbearable because the outcomes are uncertain. Characters are tested not just physically, but mentally, forced to predict motives, anticipate deception, and respond under extreme pressure. Each confrontation is layered, requiring skill, courage, and quick thinking to survive. Teter's development continues as she encounters both challenges and opportunities. In Section 3, we see her taking on a leadership role among the ranch hands, asserting herself in ways that surprise even longtime allies. The teaser hints at moments of conflict between her and other workers, particularly those who question her authority or who carry unresolved resentment from past incidents. These confrontations are not only physical, but deeply personal, revealing hidden histories, long-buried emotions, and the raw human drama that Yellowstone 6666 excels at portraying. Teter's arc becomes a crucial tension point, as her actions influence the dynamics of the ranch while also challenging Jimmy's leadership, forcing him to adapt and grow. Travis, the seasoned figure of authority, begins to confront the full scope of threats. The teaser suggests that he will face situations where his judgment is questioned, where his experience is weighed against the cunning of new adversaries. His confrontations with rival ranchers and strategic negotiations are central to the suspense, demonstrating the delicate balance of power required to maintain control over the 6666 legacy. Travis's presence reinforces the idea that leadership is not simply about strength. It's about vision, strategy, and knowing when to act versus when to hold back. The audience is reminded that in this world, even the most measured leader must occasionally make split-second decisions that carry enormous consequences. Meanwhile, Yellowstone 6666 continues to explore the psychological tension of the ranch. Rival ranchers are not merely external threats. They manipulate emotions, exploit weaknesses, and test loyalties within the ranch. The teaser hints at a series of small but significant confrontations, words spoken in anger, gestures of defiance, and subtle acts of rebellion that set the stage for major escalations. The suspense here is continuous, showing that danger exists not only in overt conflict, but also in the quiet moments where trust is questioned and decisions are delayed. Each character must constantly weigh action against risk, knowing that one misstep could cascade into disaster. Romance and personal stakes intersect with these confrontations. Jimmy and Emily's relationship, though strong, is tested by the mounting pressure. The teaser suggests moments of tension where personal emotions clash with professional responsibilities. These instances heighten suspense, making the audience acutely aware that in Yellowstone 6666, failure is never limited to the land. It can also fracture the human connections that are essential for survival. Each character's personal story is intricately tied to the overarching narrative, creating a rich tapestry of suspense that goes beyond physical confrontations to explore emotional and relational dynamics. The section concludes with the teaser hinting at the first major explosive confrontation. Rivalries that have simmered under the surface finally burst into action, setting the stage for dramatic showdowns. The audience is left on edge, anticipating the consequences of these conflicts. Characters are pushed to their limits, testing not only their physical and mental strength, but also their loyalty, resolve, and capacity for strategic thinking. Yellowstone 6666 makes it clear. Survival depends on adaptability, foresight, and the ability to navigate a world where every choice carries immediate and far-reaching consequences.